जय श्री माता जी। अब हम सब मिलके श्री माता जी के श्री चरणों को प्रणाम कर कर कुंडलिनी उठाकर बंधन लेंगे। लेट अस ऑल humbly bow down at Shri Mataji's lotus feet, raise Kundalini and take bandhan. महामंत्र एवं श्री गणेश मंत्र।
साक्षात् श्री गणेश साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
जय श्री माता जी। अब हम अपने चित्त को सहज सार पर रखते हुए श्री माता की अमृतवाणी को सुनेंगे। कीपिंग अवर अटेंशन ऑन सहस्त्रारा, नाउ वी लिसन श्री माता जी अमृतवाणी। जय श्री माता जी।
No, I can't hear you. Just come here. Yes, Ursula. What's that?
You have suggested that we could try many tricks to find our brothers and sisters in different ways and approaches. And in Australia, each idea seems to be, they're so enthusiastic and they support the idea. And there's I don't know if it's just my feeling, but there's a feeling here that when there's a suggestion or an idea, we're very, oh no. One person may say, yes, good idea. Another person may say, no, no. And there's just, then you don't want to do anything wrong, so you just don't do anything. You just wait, and then nothing happens. And I don't know.
I mean, amongst our yogis, you mean to say? It comes from the individualistic attitude about tours. I mean, anything you tell them, they cannot live collectively, that we know in the West. I know what I have to go through when we have to organize their programs with 300 people coming, with this and that, but this individualism is so much. Like every bathroom has a different tap. You better ask somebody, otherwise you'll land up into difficulties. Even the tiles have to be different, everything has to be different. Now, if there's something fundamental, then you can ask your leader. But But if it is something mundane, all right. You want blue color, have blue. You want red, have red. Like that you can solve your problem. If it is something fundamental, then you should ask your leader. But if it is something which is not fundamental, which is very simple, let them have their own way, then gradually they'll grow into it. Because this is the basic problem of these countries. So-called individualism makes them feel that, oh, this is mine, I'll do the way I will. Now say a motor car has a different handle. Now a person who is sitting inside must know what sort of a handle it is. Tomorrow something happens, you can't even open it. But otherwise they are not at all individualistic, I'll tell you how. Like in India, supposing I am wearing this sari. Maybe there's another sari like that. If another lady is wearing the same sari, she'll go and change and come back. She won't wear the same sari. But here in fashion, if somebody is now that our Princess of Wales has this kind of a hairstyle, all English girls have the same hairstyle. You don't know from one to another. So what is so individual about them? If some fashion starts now, this is the fashion, very fashionable. What is fashionable? Is to cut your hair this way and make a punk. So everybody is a punk. Suddenly you find Sir Yogis walking as punks. You want to know who is who. So what is the individual character there? Where is the individuality? On principles you should be individuals. On principles and not on artificial. Now this one has a principle. Supposing I am wearing this sari. Is made by hand, spun by hand, designed by one person. So I am giving importance to one person. Now he might have made 2 or 3 or 4 at the most sari. Now if somebody repeats the same sari, that means I have not encouraged that man so much. Like you can have the same sari made out of say machine. Then we'll start, all right, have 10 saris like this, 20 saris like this, all made by machines. But here, because we want to have a sari separate, it has to be made with hand. In principle, see how it helps. This is what it is. In principle, you should be collective. In principle, you should be individualistic. In Sahaja, we don't want you dressed up the same way. I mean, I don't want Americans to go about like something Chinese. Let us have our own dress up the way we like, everything. That's all right. It's nothing important. But in principle, you have to be the same. One principle nourishes the tree, the sap. It has many flowers, fruits, it has many leaves, it's all right outside. So in principle you have to be collective. Alright? For mundane things, why to fight? But in any case, somebody who is an elder, who knows better, who is wiser, listen to that person. We always have an awe and a respect for elders. Like I see is, thank God you have now Shri, suppose take one case, individual case. She's come all the way from India. Now she's staying. She knows quite a lot about pujas, things like that. She knows how to do many things. You should be prepared to know from her. Otherwise sometimes it's very embarrassing the way things happen. Now she's here, she can teach you there's nothing wrong in learning. She has learned many things from you. But there's no respect, I think, sometimes for her at all. She's an auntie somewhere sitting on the shelf. No, she's here for a purpose. One should learn, respect. But that doesn't mean you become her slave or anything, but you gain something out of her. Another person who comes here should learn. Like from Americans, we have to learn a lot. Tell me what?
I don't think we're doing much of the communication.
The communication is not there because of individualism. But that's not so. There's no individualism at all. Because I've seen once a fashion starts, everybody looks the same. The other day I came, I saw most ladies looking like men with muscles like this, walking like that. I said, what sort of creature is this? 1 came, 2 came, 3 came, 5 came, 10 came. What's this going on? I didn't understand. See, they're all walking like that, like Draculas. I said, what is, oh, this is fashionable. What is fashionable? They're developing their muscles. What's the principle? That's it. So, in such things we do not argue. Means in stupidity we don't argue. But in sensible things we are. In sensible things we have to understand what is sensible. After all, we are realized souls. We are not like other people. We must understand what is good. When I say something you agree, I don't know how you like it. I may say something also which may not be so palatable, but you like it. See, thing must have it. This is a medicine. In the same way, one should see to things which you may not like so much, because maybe you are conditioned, but see to the sense of it, the common sense, the balance. You can understand. And you have something very great called vibrations. But even that also I have seen horrible things they do. Some people went, two husband wife, went to stay with some lady because her husband had gone to India. Threw all her furniture out, all her carpets out, everything out. I said, why did you do it? Very bad vibrations. I said, really? Now will you please pay for all that? For the bad vibrations. I mean, anybody else's things, who are you to decide good or bad vibrations? You look after your own vibration. So they also sometimes use the vibrations just to sort of express their ego. So let us try on ourselves, everyone. Am I doing it just for ego's sake? Am I quarreling because of ego? Am I saying no for ego? As far as possible, try to concede. You'll feel much better. We learn much more. I mean, I have learned so many things since I have been abroad. I mean, I didn't know so many things I don't know even now. For example, I didn't know how to operate a TV. Even now I don't know much about it. Really, I didn't know how to operate a telephone of a particular type. So I had to learn. You know, I had to learn how to book a ticket, which I don't do even now, but still I have to learn. So many things I have to learn, and whatever I can learn, I would like to learn. Cooking, I know, but I never knew how to wash utensils, because in India, normally you have servants, but I learned it. Your style with very liquid, I had to learn. There's nothing wrong in it. So one must try to learn than to argue.
In Australia, the enthusiasm and the joy that they have, and if someone has an idea for something, there's just so much support for that they all go out to help each other.
Agree.
It becomes a very big collective effort.
But Australians are very wise people. They understand wisdom. That's what we have to be, wise, very wise. And if any Indian is there, they try to ask, how do you do? Particular things, on principle, as like puja things, they'll ask an Indian. But booking the seats, never ask Indians. They're no good. Cooking, kitchen cleaning, very good. Maintaining house, alright. Looking after children, alright. But driving a car, an Indian, save me. I would never sit in a car which is driven by an Indian in America. Because it's crazy the way people drive. This fellow won't know how to do it. So it's just wisdom and discretion one has to use and not to fight. It happens. I'm happy I've seen this in America, in Australians. They were declared as people who were criminals, the children of criminals. They are so sensible. Discretion must be used. That's important. It's sad, but it will be all right, I'm sure, one day. Never argue on things which doesn't involve any principle. It's the best way. It's the happiest. Even now, you see, today it was so warm. Wanted to wear a cotton sari, you see. But my children said, no, must wear this one. I said, wore it. I was perspiring, this, that. All right, doesn't matter what is there. Perspired for a while. Came out with this sari. They liked it, so it's all right to please them. Nothing, no principle is involved in it. When you think about others, then you will get rid of this problem. But so many people try to teach also Sahaja Yoga to others. That should not be. It's a very serious thing, they will start teaching. That need not be taught that way. Then people don't like it. But your own behavior, in your own character, in your own responses, people should see this person is like this. And they should imbibe. That's the point. I think what we lack is discretion. If you are discreet, you will learn very fast. It's not difficult.
We still can be very judgmental too.
Huh?
We still can be very judgmental of newcomers. If they have particular problems, we get all... It's hard.
With the newcomers, agreed. With the newcomers, you should not be harsh with them. You should be kind. You should try to understand this thing. But, still, I tell you sometimes. The other day I had some boy who had come, right? He asked me at least 20 questions. I answered them properly, this thing, that thing. And he got so pampered, he sent me news, I don't want to become Sahaja Yogi. But for me, anybody would box his nose for such an answer. So this is, see, you have to take it in a stride. Situation is so bad. Situation is very bad. Must understand we are on a war path. Whatever is possible, we can do it. But every country has improved so much. So what's wrong here is people don't want to learn. People don't want to understand the sacrifice of giving up your ego, giving up your decisions. All right, let's see, like that. That's why it doesn't grow. Now, one thing I must say, in America, if you have my program, hall will be full, I won't be able to enter in, and when I get out, I'll be pushed out like a piston. I've seen it. The people are so much that I don't know how to get in and how to get out. It's terrible. And when I go away, they just disappear. Because there's something lacking, of course I agree. Among Sahaja Yogis, that we have to see. After all, nothing special about me as such. They just see my photograph and come to the programs and sit down there. Even if I have 3 days program, it goes on increasing. While there are Sahaja Yogis who may not even be able to have one person in the hall. What's the reason? They don't know me. Alright? So there's something lacking in us also when the newcomers come in, how we treat them, we talk to them, how we appeal to them. Once in a while, of course, there would be somebody who will be rude. Doesn't matter. But try to be nice to them. On the whole, I think, with the newcomers, I won't tell all these things to a newcomer if he comes. If a newcomer comes, I'll say, oh, very nice. how are you, this, that, settle him down. Any other fundamental differences you find, you can ask me. Fundamental. Little you say, come here.
I'm just a little curious about, well, the future a little bit. Are you going to manifest yourself in some different way as Shri Kalki? Or are you going to sort of let the change happen a little more gradually?
Direct questions. You tell me, what should I do? Tell me, what should I do? Any other form won't be suitable. Try any other form. Take Shri Krishna's form. You have to take the Sudarshana and just kill all those who don't believe in Sahaja. Is it alright? Take the form of Jesus Christ. Hang yourself nicely. Finish with everyone. Then think of Kalaki. Finish everything. After doing all this work beautifully, creating all this world so beautifully, don't you think one should manage it? Try to manage it as far as possible. That's my style. Which one would you prefer? What did you say? That's it. See, that's what. Nothing else. Of course, you should know that Kalaki is acting, everybody is acting, everybody is acting, but is on a low key, as they say. One has to be very careful. It's a very delicate job. So many are lost. These gurus have taken over so many. It's a very, very delicate job. Alright? But if necessary, I can do something. Now any other question? What time is your dinner? Any other question? About what?
About the Hamsa chakra.
Hamsa.
In terms of understanding how it relates to the Vishuddhi and what we can do to strengthen our Vishuddhi.
Hamsa chakra stands between the Vishuddhi and the Agya, as you can see clearly positioned like that. But from Vishuddhi, there are many nerves which pass through Hamsas and end up here. They don't all go to the brain. Or we can say that at this time, at this point, all our reactions which are what you call reflex reactions finish off. So supposing now I get some dirty smell, I'll close my nose like that. Or if I can't hear, I'll just pull my ears like this. Or if I see something dirty, or if I see something jarring, my eyes will close automatically. If somebody tries to put a pin through me, immediately I'll spontaneously, it's all built in within my system and your system too, that you react with reflex action. Same thing may not happen to animals. Animals are different. Some animals have certain reflex actions, some have some reflex actions. But we are different, and our reflex actions, we are all practically just the same. There's not much individuality, there isn't much difference in our reflex actions. At the most, with conditioning, somebody might say, yeah, somebody might say, oh, somebody may say something. That's different. But the reflex actions are just the same. So up to the reflex action, we don't have to use discretion. Then starts our discretion part. As discretion starts when we are using these two nadis which meet here without going to the ARYA. So when these two nadis meet here, what happens? We start seeing through our experiences. First would be a reflex action, automatic reflex action. The second is when, supposing a child, if you tell the child, now this is hot, don't put your hand there, he won't listen. Put the child. With the experience, he will develop reflex actions, the conditionings of it. So thus reflexes are built in within us. Also they are built in within us with, we should say, with other conditionings like, you see, in a country, supposing there's racialism, or in a country like ours there's a caste system, then person react according to what they have learned from childhood. All these conditionings could be of the present day when you are born. You could have been yourself born in last life in, say, Africa. Today you are born with a white skin, so you have started sort of calling that African you have become. All these conditionings can be built in into your Hamsa Chakra, which have come from your training of the mind. You can see the experiences of the mind, the experiences of the society, of your knowledge, of your education, the way you are conditioned can be built in here in the Hamsa Chakra, and it reacts to things which has no meaning. If you hate, I hate someone, why? Because that person wears a blue jean or something, or you can say a green shirt. Now this is built in your mind. Or sometimes this falling in love also comes from the same kind of a conditioning. Supposing you had met somebody who had, say, blue eyes and was kind to you, so you have fascination for a person who has blue eyes. There's no pure idea about beauty, there's no pure idea of happiness, there's no pure idea of aesthetics. All is conditioned. For some people this is beautiful, for somebody this is not beautiful. So this is the place where these interchanges take place between both the nadis, and here in the Hamsa lies outside the path of Kundalini. They sort of come out here, out of the path of Kundalini. It's very surprising. When the Kundalini moves, she goes from Vishuddhi direct to ARYA. Now, how can we improve our Hamsa then? It's a big problem. Because if our Hamsa is sick, is over-conditioned, the Kundalini cannot work on it. It just gives up. Now, so for Hamsa we use all these physical things. Like I said, put the ghee in the nose. Keep it in a way that it is nourished properly. Because Kundalini, if it tries to, too much will have problem. Problem because as it is, most of our time we spend in such a manner that your Hamsa things become what you call the epithelial cells, the linings become dried out. Now when the Kundalini rises, she may try to create a problem more for that dryness. Maybe. So it is kept out, but it has an effect in the sense that even if there is a light outside, it can fall inside. So it's not the Kundalini directly that affects your Hamsa. It is like when the Kundalini awakens, you yourself see now that a person is, whether he is fair complexioned or dark complexioned, he is a human being, you reason it out and Hamsa clears out. Then you see yourself that, oh, I am very egoistical. You start seeing yourself through your Agya. Start seeing that I am so conditioned. So you reason it out. And that's how you correct your conditionings. This is what is Hamsa Chakra. So Hamsa Chakra cannot be done if just you are a realized soul, but is an effect, is the symptom of your Kundalini awakening. Some people think that you develop discretion just as the Kundalini rises. Is it wrong? No. That has to be deliberately seen, that you build up that discretion within yourself. But once it is built, for example, my discretion is absolute. I just know what it is. See, my conditioning here is absolute. Is one with the Kundalini, one with reality. But for human beings, it has to be reflected by understanding. Like a child, he touches something hot and it is hot. Now this is hot because it's heated up. So you see a person is catching on the right heart. Right, he's catching on the right heart means he has got a right heart and he is suffering from such and such thing. You have to see it yourself. Now, if you tell the person, are you suffering from, say, asthma? He said, yes. How do you know? I know it because I have learnt it through my finger which was burning. That's why I know it is. But supposing somebody has an asthma and in that place the part, your Kundalini, you will get asthma immediately. You see the point? The conditioning cannot come to us unless and until it passes through or sieves through our reasoning and understanding. Are you understanding the point? It cannot work out. The reason is it filters your collective consciousness. Otherwise you go near a person who has AIDS and you become collectively conscious that he has AIDS. And if you imbibe all that into you as a conditioning, you will get it. But you are separated. Like a person who reads, say, there's a very nice story about this, Jerome has written. Like one man, he went and read Materia Medica. Went and told doctor that, doctor, I have all the diseases except for one, which is housewife's knee. He said, how is it you haven't got it? Because I am not a housewife. So he got conditioned into all the diseases. That's how many people get diseases. But thank God there's a filter. If somebody has a disease, you don't get it because you can filter it. But Hamsa Chakra could be affected by badhas. That's one problem. If some badha passes through the nose, you might. Some viruses pass through the nose, you might. Affected means it can get sick. But one must understand the discrimination between the two. Say there's a virus infection outside. It can pass into your Hamsa Chakra and can give you a problem of sinus, this, that, physical. But But you won't become like a person who has given you virus infection. So there is a filter. But supposing there is a person who is very hectic, and you come in contact with that person, he is very hectic, so your swadhisthana can take over. You can become hectic with that person. Living with that person, you can become hectic. But as far as the hamsa is concerned, with anybody you live, your hamsa doesn't carry the complete impact of that, because there's a filter. So now if you have to develop the discretion, you have to learn, you have to understand. It doesn't come automatically. But with children who are born realized, their hamsa is so developed that they know it, what is right, what is wrong. Because their hamsa is so much trained that way, they don't have to use much understanding. But those who are now growing up, have become now Sahajogis, have to know through their own experiences their hamsa. It's a filter also. But for a child, he knows what is right, what is wrong, because his hamsa is developed. In India, when the child is born, he is massaged nicely. Oiling is the best way to have a good hamsa. Oil his head, oil his body, put put some drops in the nose, everything. They try in the ear, in the nose, and that's how they build up. So what I have to say, that physically you should help your hamsa chakra by using ghee and all that, and mentally you should use it by learning things in experience, what to do, how to do it, how to work it out, how to establish. Basa. That is how hamsa chakra grows and makes you discreet. That's why a tradition is very important. Tradition gives you the growth of the hamsa chakra, and then you go on discarding whatever is wrong out of that tradition. Then again you keep whatever is good. You give it to your children, to your children, to your children. So the discretion comes to a person who is traditionally built up better than a person who has no traditions. Now, for example, this morning I was discussing that people fill the wash basin and wash their face in the West. In India, we cannot conceive it, cannot even think of it. I mean, people don't know it can be done. Because in traditional way, it has come out that if you are washing your face and again your water goes into there, then all the dirt is in it, again you are using the same water. So you cannot have complete. So always use running water. Traditionally, we have learnt it. So it's so much in our heads, in our discretion, that we cannot even think of such a thing. Simple thing that Muladhara must be cleaned and washed. Any Indian you take it, he knows that is because they must have had some problems before. Whether he is in the north, is in the south, east or west, ask him. Auspiciousness is another thing. Is so much imbibed in the tradition. But if you have a tradition, say, of doing things which are absurd, also you can have traditions like that. Like very primitive people have all kinds of traditions which are very absurd. I was told that if you go to Ladakh, what they do, somebody dies, then keep the hand of the dead person in the house all the time like that. They think that that helps. But with tradition which is wrong, by discarding that, they will understand is wrong. So the more traditional you are, the ancient you are, you learn many things. Like we would say, English are in a way traditional. So supposing there's a lady coming down and you are coming with a lady, then the man will be in front automatically. He'll just move. But if she's going up, then man will follow her. Just happens automatically. Because traditionally they have learned that if you are going down, the lady may fall or something, so we should be in front. So what you call as the traditional habits of person gives you this hamsa. And these habits are built better and better with trial and error methods. And that's how you develop it. Now for people who are Sahajogis, it's much easier to imbibe them. Because if you see something, yes, that's wrong, it should not be finished. But you should be so clear-cut about it, I should determine. It works out, your answer will be alright. But you tell them 10 times, still they'll do the same thing. Then that means that Hamsa is not willing to accept. But you must nourish it, you must look after it, you must, as I said, also this kajal is very good for Hamsa chakra. All kajal and the oil in the nose, ears is very good. All acts for that. Even say stalking other person, to talk discreetly, is to say something which doesn't lose its power of affecting that person. Like if you say something very harsh, then you should know how to neutralize it so that he retains that into himself. All these discussions only come also by tradition. When you find something that is futile, in a collective way, in a tradition drops out. So the blessings of the tradition is great, but greater are the blessings of your spirit. And the blessings of the spirit are such that through your vibrations, immediately you know this is wrong. But you have to be honest about it, and you just give up. You want to ascend, you want to improve your vibrations, so for that whatever is needed you will do.
They're serving dinner for the Sahajogis now.
Oh, I'll go out in the room.
In the cafeteria, and if we don't go now, the kitchen staff are closed.
Of course, I've been asking you what about the dinner.
Sorry.
So let them go. Alright, good idea. But what about me? I'll go in the room.
We'll
Alright.
go bring it to you.
I was thinking, that's what I asked you if the dinner is ready.
Sorry, I didn't hear.
Huh?
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
At the right time I said.
Yes.
Alright. At the right time I said, now you go ahead, otherwise the kitchen will be closed. Alright. So go ahead and I'll be going there. And then we'll meet again. We'll have some music. Had enough of this boring talk.
जय श्री माता जी। अब हम सब खड़े होकर श्री माता की आरती के लिए. Now all we will stand for आरती of Shri Mataji Holy Lotus Feet.
सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जग में संकट कारण कितने लिए अवतार माँ, कितने लिए अवतार। विश्व में तेरी महिमा, विश्व में तेरी महिमा। तू गंगा यमुना माँ, सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जो भी शरण में आया सुख ही मेरा उसको माँ, सुख ही मेरा उसको। बैठ के दिल में रो माँ, बैठ के दिल में रो माँ, लौट के ना जाना माँ, सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। मानव में अवतर के कर दिया उजियारा, माँ कर दिया उजियारा। कलियुग में माया है, कलियुग में माया है, फिर भी पहचाना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। संत जनों की धरती है भारत माता, माँ है भारत माता। इस धरती पर आकर, इस धरती पर आकर दुख से दूर करना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जब दिल में आए तब मधुर संगीत सुन लो, माँ मधुर संगीत सुन लो। हो सके जो सेवा, हो सके जो सेवा हमसे करा लेना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका नमो नमः। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री
श्री माता जी, आपका कोटि कोटि धन्यवाद कि आपने हमें अपने श्री चरणों की आराधना करने का अवसर दिया। थैंक यू श्री माता जी फॉर गिविंग अस दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी टू वर्शिप योर होली लोटस फीट। जय श्री माता जी।